What's going on? What's happening? Mom spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, won't come out. Everybody's time's up, over, plow. Oh, there goes gravity. Yo, there goes gravity. Jokes, he's so mad, buddy. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. As we get in, tap, tap, tap the screen, share the live out. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 8,000 likes. As soon as we get up to 8,000 likes, we will open up the panel. We will get this started, guys. Welcome to Sparring with Santana. I'm super excited to see you all. I am feeling amazing today, and I am ready to get active. Actually, I just had a little bit of a warm up, and now I am ready. I am ready. I wasn't expecting to actually get a few minutes of a warm up. I got loose, right? Loosen up my shoulder, and I'm ready. I am ready, guys. Tap, tap, tap the screen, share the live out. Let's get the likes up to 8,000 likes. Also, let's get the shares up. Let's get the shares up to at least 50 shares. I need you guys to actually help me push this out to the FYP so we can get more people in here so we can have these debates. Guys, this is Sparring with Santana. And if you are a Trump supporter, if you are someone that voted for Donald Trump, if you are someone that believes in Donald Trump, get in the box. Get in the box, because I realized something, right? I realized that Trump supporters, you guys are smart. You guys are absolutely, absolutely smart. And I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. And with that being said, I would love a Trump supporter to come up and tell me why Donald Trump is going to be the best president ever, right? Is it because of all the felonies? Is it because of all the failed businesses? Is it because of the coup? Is it because of the lies? Is it because of, him playing war? Like, which one is it? I know there has to be one of them. And I need Trump supporters to get in the box to tell me which one it is. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's get it up to 8,000 likes. Again, let's also get the shares. Oh, you guys are doing good with the shares. Let's get the shares to 150. I'm going to reset the daily gift goal, and I'm just going to keep resetting them to these 1-cent goals. The reason why I'm doing that is because we need to keep knocking these out, guys. I need your help. I need you to keep knocking out these 1-cent goals. And what this is actually going to do is push us out to the FYP. It's going to get us out and allow us to reach more people, and it'll get more people in. And of course, it'll get more Trump supporters here, which we need. Trump supporters, we need you. Help us, Trump supporters. You're our only hope. Tap, tap, tap the screen. Again, guys, this is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are a friendly, someone that is not a Trump supporter, do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, share the live out, knock out the gift goal. We are looking specifically to talk to people who support Donald Trump. If you are someone that supports Donald Trump, what up, Dan? If you are someone that supports Donald Trump, get in the box. Is it Q-Gon? How do I say your username?
Oh yeah, man, it's Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
Like Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, man, and it's because one main reason, right?
Okay,
and,
hold on one second. Hey,
oh yeah.
Stop. All right,
Yeah,
Qui-Gon. Real quick, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 29.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And real quick, because I know you were about to tell me, guys, thank you so much. Keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get it up to 25,000 likes, and let's get the shares up to 200 shares. Qui-Gon, I know you were about to tell me why you support Trump, and which I want to hear. But first, quick question. Do you know who I am?
No, dude. No.
Okay, awesome. So you don't know what this is?
No.
Oh, awesome. Guys, chat, let's give Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon, I'm going to give you a quick introduction. I want to let you know what you just stepped into.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Hype.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Guys, welcome in again. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a friendly, keep tapping the screen, share the live out, get the likes up to 50,000 likes, get the shares up to 250 shares. We have Qui-Gon here. Qui-Gon is a Trump supporter, and he's going to tell me why he voted for Trump. But before we get into it, Qui-Gon, I just have to know simply, Donald Trump is, if not the greatest, one of the greatest presidents ever, right?
Dude, and that's simply because he does wipe back to front. He's got the poopy balls we need to lead this country. He's got the zest. He's got it all. And that's the whole reason why he's the best. Am I right? Can I get an amen? A MAGA hallelujah. You know?
This is just a little bit of advice for anyone, any and everyone. If you are going to go on anyone's live and actually troll them, be funny. Please, just be funny, right? That wasn't funny. Also, I'm sorry, don't appreciate you wasting my time. I'm not looking for a comedy show. I'm not looking for someone to come up and entertain. I'm not looking for any of that. I'm looking for debates. I'm looking for Trump supporters. I am actually looking for genuine people who actually want to get in the box and tell me why they support Donald Trump. I want to speak because, again, I'm looking for Trump supporters. I'm looking for MAGA because they're clearly smarter than us, and I need that. Paul, are you someone that voted for Trump?
Yes, I did 3 times.
Okay, awesome, Paul. Listen, I wasted my awesome introduction on the last guy. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that, but and I don't know who you are either.
Okay, perfect. Well, we're not gonna run that back through, but so let's level set here, Paul, because you said you voted for Trump 3 times, which is admirable, right? Not a lot of people get to vote for the same person 3 times. So that's something. But with that being said, Paul, we can agree that Donald Trump, if not is the greatest president ever, he's like one of them, right? We can agree on that.
I'd put him in the top 5.
Top five. Awesome. Now, with that being said, Paul, if he's in the top 5, and we understand that Trump is a great president, which one of these reasons do you think Donald Trump is a top 5 president? Is it all the felonies? Is it the failed businesses? Is it the coup? Is it the lies? Is it him playing war? Like, which one of these reasons do you think makes Trump a top 5 president?
I think the biggest reason is he's not a politician. The guy
that's incorrect.
Yeah, from a business background and just came in out of nowhere and just started. I think he has an understanding of the world even more than politicians.
Yeah, wait, hold on, Paul. Because what year is it?
What's that?
What year is it?
What year is it? 2025?
Yeah. It's 2025. If it were 2016, I would agree with you. I would absolutely agree with you that Donald Trump is not a politician. But it's 2029. Not only has Donald Trump been the president of the United States, Donald Trump has been running for office and working with politicians since then. So, like, I get what you're saying, Paul, but Donald Trump is absolutely a politician. No question about it.
Okay.
So that's a nonsensical statement.
Well, I just look at him as, I don't know. He seems to appeal to everybody. And here's another thing.
Like who? Like who?
All the groups, people from the hood. Like I'm from Detroit.
From the hood?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit. And I've never seen a president go into the Bronx or go into the hood in Detroit and go into the Black communities and do like he did. He just blew my mind with his ability to communicate to different people, ethnics.
Hold on one second,
Yeah.
Paul, because you lost me on that one for a sec. Paul, are you Black?
I'm Hispanic.
You're Hispanic. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Paul.
And I'm 64 years old, so you're talking to an old cat.
No worries. Listen, Paul, like you have me confused again, right? Because quite literally, there have been multiple politicians, presidential candidates, and things like that have gone into the quote unquote hood, but more specifically go into targeted areas to actually help their political path, right? Someone who did that often, and which I always appreciated, was Barack Obama. Barack Obama used to walk amongst the people a lot. That's one of the reasons why I think he was like super popular. So again, that statement isn't true. But can you tell me when's the last time Donald Trump, quote unquote, went to the hood?
During the political rallying thing.
So
he was in the Bronx. He went to the Detroit.
Wait, so he had, oh, you mean, wait. Okay, I guess, all right. So I guess you and I were speaking a little bit of a different language. So you're saying that he held rallies in urban areas. That's your point.
During the political thing again, when they were competing against each other, he and Biden, he went into areas that I've never seen. I don't recall other presidents doing like he did.
How much did you pay attention?
I followed him all summer. I followed him. I followed Joe Biden. I'm actually not a Republican. I'm an independent.
Are you sure about that?
I would have voted for Kennedy had he would have stayed with his plan, but he didn't. So anyhow.
Right. You wait, hold on one second.
These knockout plays, I was going straight usually.
You know what? I was just about to Google this, but I realized that actually there's no reason to even Google this, right? Because you mentioned that Donald Trump actually campaigned in the quote unquote hood and spoke about like how he went to urban areas, and then you said that in comparison to Joe Biden, but literally Kamala Harris not only was the person that he was running against, but more recently went to those same quote unquote urban areas like Atlanta. She held a rally in Atlanta. She also not only held a rally in Atlanta, but went around the local areas within Georgia to actually meet with the people. She even went down to Savannah. She was all across the board. So again, Paul,
I have nothing. Sense. I have nothing bad to say about the opposing people that ran against Trump. I don't get into all that drama with things like I hear about Judge Joe Brown with his relationships with her. I don't get into all that.
Judge Joe Brown didn't have a relationship with her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't get into all that hearsay stuff, whether it's good or bad. I'm a very simple person. I have a wife, kids. I work still. I'm retired, but I still work. I just go for what I think is going to be good for me and my family.
Okay, cool. That's a fair statement, Paul. So what do you think that Donald Trump, what did Donald Trump say or do that made you believe that he's going to be good for you or your family?
Okay, this is just me, but no, mind you, it's me. First of all, when I voted for him the first time, I got the biggest tax return ever in my life. And I'm not exaggerating. I got $5 short of $10,000.
Okay.
Now everybody likes to have money, so that impressed me. Then the gas prices were like $1.95. I live in Washington State.
Hold on, because I'm trying to make sure I understand when this was, because you're talking about the gas prices.
When he was president.
Okay, so you're talking about when, okay, got it.
I got $5 short of $10,000 back for my kids. I have twins. Okay. And then the gas prices were under $2 a gallon, and I'm in Washington State, mind you.
Okay.
And then
same as me, friend.
Yeah. I don't know all the jargon with the, I keep hearing people talking about he's only gonna cut taxes for the rich and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I just know he helped me. I'm not an expert, and I'm not gonna sit here and claim to be. Yeah, I just see a lot of good stuff that he did.
Okay, cool. And, hold on. Let me stop you for a second, Paul, because you mentioned something, and I want to see where you are. Right. So when Donald Trump was in office, you got the largest tax return that you ever received. What year was that?
That was you know what? I'm let's see, 2018, I believe.
2018.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. So 2018, so that means that it was from your 2017 taxes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just an FYI, the TCJA was passed, and that was the actual tax cuts that Donald Trump passed. It was passed on December the 20th, 2017. So that wouldn't have actually affected your overall tax bill from 2017.
Okay,
So, but also,
I'm not really hip to what you're saying, but I'm
yeah,
listening.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll keep it simple. What do you think about your taxes over the last couple of years?
I've gotten a lot of money back every year.
Okay, so like right now, you're happy with your taxes.
Oh yeah, I've never had to pay in. I'm always receiving, and I give my. I'm not gonna lie, I give thanks to my kids.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
like definitely the fact that you have kids definitely helps you when you're with your tax returns. I know there was a child tax credit, which unfortunately, Kamala Harris was looking to actually expand the child's tax credit outside of what Donald Trump was actually doing. So you would have been receiving more, but like that's a whole thing. So okay, it makes sense, but like the thing that I feel like you're missing here is you don't really understand why things are happening the way that they are. You just know that certain things happen.
I hear both sides about it.
Okay.
And so I'm like I say, I hear both sides about it, and I say, okay, that makes sense on this side, but what about this? And I balance it out, and I say, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with this. And like I say, most people that vote, I would say most of them that vote like me, we just go by what we hear, all the complications and all the really complicated things that common people like me don't understand. Is it's like, I guess we just go with what when they talk. If they talk the talk, then we go with that. If we agree with it.
That's not a good thing, friend. Hold on one second. 926-715W. Are you a Trump supporter? 926-715W. Are you a Trump supporter? Okay, I'm gonna drop you down.
You sound like his voice is off or something.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Guys, keep tapping the screen. We're almost at 50,000 likes. Let's go ahead and run it up. I need you guys to lock in and power tap with me.
What state are you in?
Hold on one second, Paul. Guys, okay. I need you guys to lock in and power tap with me. Let's go ahead and run this thing up to 100,000 likes. I need you guys, like, I'm feeling good today, and I'll make a deal with you guys. I'll stay on and keep debating as long as you guys continue to be active participants, right? So I'll stay here and I'll keep doing this for your entertainment, education, and for the information if you guys continue to power tap. So let's get the likes up to 100,000 likes, but let's keep going. Let's get the shares up to 400 shares. Also, I'm going to reset the daily gift goal. Again, I keep resetting them to these lower goals. I'm going to reset it to high bears, right? Because I like the high bears. If we can go ahead and knock out the high bears, doing all of these things, it does a couple of things, right? With tapping the screen, sharing the live, and knocking out these goals, it helps boost the live. So it pushes us out to the FYP so we can get more people in here, so we can have more debates, so we can have more conversation, but it also protects the live, right? So it allows us to actually continue to have these lives. And so I need you guys to continue to be active participants. Also, two other quick things. I am dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch right now. So if you're not following me on YouTube and Twitch, because we know what's happening with the TikToks, make sure you follow me on Twitch, Santana24J, Santana24J on Twitch. Give me a follow. You can always catch any of my debates or my panels on both of those. And last but not least, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. If you are a friendly and you want to get a message across, you can go ahead and
I don't know what he is, but he's not a
Paul. 1 second, Paul. If you want to actually get a message across, you can put the message in the actual donation. W's in the chat for John. John sent a $5 donation saying, if possible, I'd love to come and give people resources on the LA wildfire. Need help with the Eaton area. John, you know what? Do me a favor. Can you actually DM that to me? And I would love to actually not only put it in my Discord, but actually talk more about it. So if you can actually DM me the information, then we'll go from there. Thank you so much. All right, Paul, I'm sorry. You were about to say something.
No, I was asking where, if you didn't mind, what state are you in?
Same as you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm in Washington State.
Well, that, okay. I'm in, yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So, Paul, I mean, like, this is the thing, right? It seems like you're saying that basically, as long as people talk the talk, then you're willing to vote for them, which I'm not going to lie, Paul, that's dangerous. You know
Well,
why?
I listen to what makes sense to me, and everybody doesn't have the same. Let me give you a little taste of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I come from a religious background. I was raised Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in God. I'm not
Mhm.
pushing my religion on anybody.
Mhm.
When I say this, I just find that some of the extreme things in the Democratic Party that I don't blame the Democrats for,
Mm-hmm.
but I blame the far left liberals for is a big turnoff for me, and that's another big reason why I
can you
voted
be
for Trump.
specific? What's the what are those things?
The LGBTQ
Mm.
I've always thought of sexual orientation as being not a race of people. Me as an
Mhm.
ethnic, I
Mhm.
find it disgusting that a
Why
gay
do you keep calling
person.
yourself an ethnic, friend?
I'm Hispanic,
Yeah,
okay.
but I mean, why do you keep saying that you're ethnic?
Well,
That would I'm not even gonna lie to you, Paul. That's like if I would say me as a colored. Like I would my recommendation. I know you're Hispanic. I wouldn't say
yeah.
that.
Well, with me being a minority, let me reword
Okay,
it.
or person of
I
color, or
find
even
it,
Hispanic. You can.
yeah, me being a minority, I find it highly offensive when the homosexual gay community and the LGBTQs could put on a level with minorities. They are not
Why?
minorities to me.
They're a marginalized community.
With no offense, with no offense.
But wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, Paul, right? You as a person of color, you as a Hispanic person, you should understand more than anyone that people that are a part of the queer community, they're a marginalized community, just like just like black people, just like women, they're a marginalized community.
I don't accept them as that special privileges.
Well,
It's a sexual
that's
to
not
me.
very
It's a
Christ-like
sexual
of you, though, my friend.
orientation. It's a sexual orientation to me.
But that's not very Christ-like of you, right?
Well, it's.
I mean, but hold on, Paul. What would Jesus do?
I have nothing against him. If somebody wants to
Paul,
be,
what would Jesus do?
Well, his word says to not do those kind of things.
No, it doesn't. Absolutely doesn't say that.
Well,
absolutely doesn't
but
say
we
that.
won't go into that because you're
but
getting offended.
You started off, Paul. You started off saying that you were a Christian, and you said the Democratic Party doesn't align with your belief system, and your belief system is based off of the queer community being elevated to the same places as people of color, and so you're saying that they're not equal. Well, again, it's a train of thought. And if
I'm
you're
just explaining what I believe and what I feel and what I make decisions on.
Right.
Everybody's different. Like
I hear you. I'm just trying to make sure you understand the flaw in what you're saying, my friend. Like that doesn't equate.
Yeah, I just read the Bible different from you or anybody else, and I make sometimes my decisions are not good. Yeah. But that's what I stick with. It's just like we think. Like when they want to teach LGBTQ in school, you got about probably 50% that don't want that. And I'm one of those 50%.
Wait. Who's teaching about being queer in school?
Well, they're talking about it, and then a lot of schools are doing that. But
okay, cool. Quick question, Paul. Do queer people exist?
They make those decisions to be in that lifestyle. Yes.
First of all, being queer is not an actual decision. That's not something that you don't just wake up to. You just, Paul, let me ask you a serious question, Paul. So I'm assuming that you're a straight man, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Is there anything that I could say or do that would convince you to have sex with me?
No, there's not.
Okay. Perfect. Right there, Paul. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're not gay, you're not gay. It's not a decision. It's who you are. That's
I call
the point.
It sex. That's what I'm trying to say. Anybody could could have sex with anybody or
You're
anything.
absolutely right. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. But what I'm telling you is people's sexual orientation is not dictated on just, oh, or I'm sorry, people, yeah, it's not just saying, oh, I decided I'm going to do this or do that or whatever. Like people, when you talk about this community, when you talk about, people that are gay, lesbian, or transsexual, transgender, just like all of those things, they're born that way. It's not a decision. But my whole point,
I understand you believe
wait,
that,
wait.
but
hold on. My point is though, Paul, you said that you don't like that it's being taught in school, and which no one is sitting here sitting kids down and saying, hey, hey, little Timmy, if you want to be gay, this is the steps that you need to take to be GAY. They're saying that GAY people exist. That's the whole point. And there's nothing wrong with teaching that just like Hispanic people exist, just like women exist, queer people exist, and that's what they're doing.
I don't put that on that par, but I understand where you're coming from, and that's what. See, I have a gay nephew, and you know what? He has never told us that he is. This is what he told us. It's honest truth. You have different people with different mindsets that feel how they are. Our nephew said, "I know what I'm doing is not to your liking, but I've chosen this." This is what he told us. I've chosen to be gay. I do like women, but not sexually. I like men. But he's never said I was born this way. Here's another thing.
Wait,
is
Paul, because like pump your brakes on that. I think, and I wasn't there for the conversation. I think you might have mistaken what he was saying when he said I chose this, meaning he chose to actually come out to you and let you know. But the simple fact of the matter is, Paul, and this is just me being honest, because I think this is your first time actually coming across me. But when it comes to like being in a part of the queer community, or when it comes to ABs or whatever, like I don't give my personal opinion on those things, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that I say is people should have the right to be and do whatever they want to be and do. And that's genuinely my thought. And so with that being said, Paul, like if you're going to sit here and say that, oh, they're not on the same footing with me, then what's to say, Paul? What makes you say that you're equal to a white man?
What I'm saying is,
wait, but Paul, did you hear the question?
I agree with you. If somebody,
but Paul, are you equal to white men?
We are all men are. How does that go? All men are created equal.
Okay, so then people in the queer community are created equal.
Well, yeah, but they are not. That's a sexual. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't have to agree with me. Sexual decisions are not a race of people. It's I call it a bedroom experience.
Yeah,
I don't
but
care.
Listen, you're actually trying to simplify it to just, oh, it's how people want to have sex.
No, that's how I don't care what they do. How I interpret that.
Right, and what I'm telling you, and don't take this the wrong way, Paul, because this isn't an insult, right? This isn't an insult, but you're ignorant, right? And ignorance doesn't mean
you don't know. But I
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you just haven't been properly educated on it, because it's not a sense of like, oh, it's who people want to have sex with. It's way more than that. It is.
I call it decisions, but it's okay if somebody says, "Hey," if somebody came up to me, brother, and they said, "Hey, Paul, I just want you to know," like I talk to anybody. I was born a girl in a boy's body. I was okay, cool. That all right. I'm not.
And if you could say that, Paul, then why wouldn't you say that the people are still on the same level as you?
What I'm saying is we're already born with inalienable rights, regardless of what you think you are.
But that's not
when
true.
You come out of the womb.
But Paul, that's simply not true, because if that was true, then women specifically would have rights to do whatever they want with their body. But in the United States, they don't. So we know that's not true.
Well, we're getting into deep waters here.
But here's what I say. You said that we're born with rights, and I agree with you. We should. But
isn't that in the preambles? We are born with inalienable rights. Isn't that in the preambles or something like that?
It's like when you're talking about the Constitution. Yeah, it should be a constitutional right that all people born
It
should have
doesn't
those
list
rights, but
what kind of
it's not
people.
that.
It just says all men are born with inalienable rights.
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't
says
have
all
to
men.
say
It should
what.
say all people. That's
Okay.
my point, Paul.
Well,
And
men,
see
yeah,
but see, Paul,
yeah.
that's why the United States are able to actually strip away women's rights, because the Constitution was not written for women. The Constitution was not written for me or you either, Paul.
Here's where
you're
and I,
you're a Hispanic man. I'm a black man.
Yeah.
It wasn't written for us, and that's my point, Paul.
Well, here's where I stand on the women's rights thing with you. Now you're gonna hate me and you're gonna love me.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to hate you at all, Paul. That's
okay.
That's
Well, here's where I stand. I believe in a woman's choice with her body, but you need to be responsible sexually when you go out and you have sex with somebody, because the woman is the bearer of the child. Remember that.
That's cool.
If you two are going to get together, y'all need to be responsible with contraceptive.
Okay.
Now, if you go and if you get pregnant, I agree. You make that adult decision or that teen decision and you want an abortion, I agree with it. Now,
AB,
a teen
Paul.
is different, but
AB,
an adult,
Paul,
I say pay for your own.
Paul, just for TikTok purposes, make sure you say AB, okay?
Oh,
that's TikTok friendly language.
Oh, okay. So I say pay for your own is what I say.
What you mean, pay for your own AB?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
and women are willing to pay for their own ABs. Like that's not.
I'm sure they do.
That's not the problem.
What is it? What does it cost every time?
It averages about $600.
That's what I was going to say. 500. Now a teenager.
But
let the taxpayer cover it.
But Paul, the problem with that is there's people you voted for the complete opposite. Like I know what you're saying.
Well,
as far
not
as like
quite.
No, you absolutely did, Paul.
No, Trump agrees with it for incest, rape, and what's the other thing?
So but this is the thing, Paul.
Yeah.
Donald Trump put people on the Supreme Court to strip away the rights of women because Roe actually gave federal protection for women to be able to make that decision.
To go back to the states, as he said that verbally.
Yeah. I hear you. But do you understand what that actually means?
Well, the federal government is your most powerful government in the system, right? They're the ones with the big.
Yeah, no, Paul. Do you know what that means when they say we're sending it back to the state?
That each individual state makes up their mind whether they want that to be legal or not.
Okay, cool, Paul. So with that being said, you and I, we live in Washington State, right?
Mm-hmm.
So listen to this analogy, Paul. We live in Washington State and we have a friend who lives in Mississippi, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we can go, since we live in Washington State, we can go to the dentist anytime that we want. But our friend who lives in Mississippi, he can't go to the dentist because he lives in Mississippi.
I understand.
Do you think that it's right that our friend who lives in Mississippi can't go visit the dentist just because he lives in Mississippi?
I have to say that it's each to their, well, how can I put it? I see what you mean, where you're coming from.
Right, because
so
the simple fact of the matter is, like, if
that done, right?
Right. I mean, like, the point is, everybody should be able to go to the dentist, regardless of where they live. If they're in the United States, they should be able to go to the dentist. But if they decide to go to the dentist, then that's on them, and that's what it is. AB is healthcare, and women should be able to make a decision on their own whether they go to the dentist or not. And the only thing that Roe did was actually say, hey, you guys have access to this healthcare. What you do is your decision. And by sending it back to the state, you have they've given certain states the ability to say, I don't care that you live in my state. You can't get an AB. There are certain states that give no exceptions, not even for grape. There's states where if you are graped, you cannot get an AB. And then there's certain states like Florida.
I've heard, I've seen those situations where I think it's 100% wrong.
Exactly. But and what I'm saying though, Paul, let me say this, because then you have states like Florida who says, okay, will put the actual topic of AB on the ballot. And then once they notice that there's enough people that's willing to actually say, hey, we want AB laws, then they change the actual ballot to actually require a 60% passing on it. So when they voted for it in Florida, 57% of people said that they wanted to have AB rights. But the actual Republican Party took away people's right to vote because, Paul, in the election, what if we would have said that Donald Trump needed 60% of the votes to actually win the election?
Oh, shit, he wouldn't win.
Exactly. Like a vote is, if you have
But just
two
a year-
options, if you have two
I
options,
think that was unfair of Florida, though.
but,
That's
that's what I'm getting
if
across.
that's what
Like,
happened-
Paul, you voted for this.
Well, if there's pros and cons on both parties, and I'm just being honest. I used to be a grassroots Democrat in the '60s. No, I'm taking you way back, brother, before
Yeah.
you were probably born.
Yeah.
A grassroots Democrat that's farmers, that's poor people, like we were poor, and we were grassroots Democrats.
I hear you.
And then, like, I have a cousin, she passed away, rest in peace. She came in, she went to college in '68, right when the sexual revolution and the hippie thing and the peace love thing was going. And when she went to college, liberalism started, or maybe it started before that, but it had a face on it in the '60s. So my cousin, when she went to college, she told us she was a liberal. I was a kid then. I was like 8 years old, 7 years old. I didn't know what you were talking about. I just listened to the adults. And so there you'd hear all these dang political discussions in the family about grassroots Democrat, liberal.
Because I mean, you're kind of going off on the side. I mean, the simple fact of the
I'm
matter
sorry,
is,
I didn't
like,
mean to.
Paul,
Yeah.
you're a liberal.
I'm not a liberal.
You're not a liberal?
I'm liberal in some aspects, but I'm not.
Thank you so much, Silent Quake. I appreciate you so much, Paul.
Yeah.
Real quick, do you believe in individual rights?
It's like you're too vague on that. What do you mean by?
Do you believe that you have rights, individual rights?
We have inalienable rights. Yes.
Okay. Do you believe in civil liberties?
I believe in civil liberties have helped.
Okay, perfect.
A lot of people.
Do you believe in democracy?
I believe we live in a republic. I don't.
No. I'm not saying we live in a quote unquote republic. Do you believe in democracy?
And can you be a little bit more specific in what you're asking?
Do you believe that we live in a democratic society where we're able to actually elect the people that represent us?
Oh, yes, absolutely, 100%.
Do you believe in free enterprise?
Yes,
Capitalism.
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
You're a liberal.
I do. I believe in capitalism. Yes.
Yeah, you're a liberal. That's the specific definition of being a liberal. You're a liberal.
Okay, but I'm not my ideology is.
But
not
you just agree
extreme,
to every
though.
aspect of a liberal. You're a liberal.
Okay.
Real quick, hold on 1 second. Let me read this off, Paul. John, thank you so much for the $1 donation. All right, perfect, John. I will check that. Guys, keep tapping the screen. We're at 104,000 likes. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 150,000 likes. Also, send your daily heart me. It's only 1 coin. If you have not sent that, go ahead and send it. It helps boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 150,000 likes. Also, let's get the shares up to 500 shares. Guys, doing all of these things help us actually boost the live and get us pushed out to the FYP so we can have these debates. We can have these conversations. Also, the daily gift goals is the let them cook, because that's what I do. So can we please go ahead and knock that out as well? Thank you so much for the cake. Can we go ahead and knock that out as well? That really helps. Again, all these things that you guys are doing, it helps boost the live. It's super important. It gets more people in. With that being said, keep tapping the screen. If you are a Trump supporter, if you're someone that supports Trump, get in the box. This is Sparring with Santana, debates with Trump supporters. If you are a friendly, please do not request up. This is not Late Nights with Santana. I am not talking to friendlies. I'm looking for debates. So if you are someone that supports Donald Trump, get in the box only. Do not request up if you are friendly. Last but not least, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. If you're friendly, you put a message on your donation and I will read it out. We got Paul up here and we're going through a couple of things with Paul. Paul, I just kind of want to break it down to you because like I like the point that I'm trying to make is you don't seem like an unreasonable guy, Paul.
No, I have enough with my own life, with my family.
Yeah. Thank you for the cheers.
Yeah.
I get that, Paul, but it seems like again, Paul, just to make sure you understand, you voted for restricting people, including yourself. You voted for taking away rights from people. You voted for financially hurting people. You voted for all of that.
You think we voted for financially hurting who?
Not we, you, not me, because I didn't vote.
No, I'm saying who did I financially hurt by voting for Trump?
No. So by you actually voting for Donald Trump, someone who is a proponent of tariffs and wants to actually add universal tariffs across the board. Thank you so much for the hand hearts.
Yeah, there's a debate about tariffs. Now, I'm not going to sit here and claim I can't even talk to you. I have a basic understanding about tariffs, but I see people arguing about
Paul,
it.
What's a tariff?
That's where, like, for instance, here's an example. Like, according to these experts, both sides, China doesn't pay their fair share. They won't buy like our cars, and if we send our cars over there, they put these tariffs on our cars where they can't even afford them, or they discourage people buying them. But when they bring their cars here, we've been more fair with them. That's the best I can give you.
Okay, cool. So a tariff is a tax on an imported good. Right?
Yes.
Quite simply put, if you, let's say, for example, Paul, you buy T-shirts from China, right?
Yeah, which I'm happy.
So you buy T-shirts from China for $10, and then you sell them for $20, right?
Okay.
And then the United States government says, you know what, we're going to put tariffs on China for T-shirts. And so now instead of you buying the T-shirts for $10, you have to buy those T-shirts for $15. Paul, are you going to turn back around and continue to sell those T-shirts for $20 after you had to pay $5 more to buy them? Or are you going to raise the prices?
Here's what my answer for you. You're probably right, but here's what I'm waiting for.
No.
Well, wait a minute.
Wait. No.
No, that would cut into my profit. Yes, that would cut into my profit.
You would raise the price.
Yeah, but this is what people think. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
It's not something that we have to quote unquote see. I mean, one, that's how tariffs work.
Well, he ain't
but
in
also
office
two,
yet. He ain't in office yet.
You're
I
absolutely right. But you know what's funny though about him not being office? The funny thing about that is Donald Trump has been loud and proud about all of it, right? Donald Trump is openly telling people this is what we're going to do. And so with that being said, these countries are preparing for Donald Trump to get into the office, and they're preparing counteroffenses. You have countries that are saying we're preparing to put tariffs on the United States. You have countries like China who's saying we're not going to allow you to import precious materials that you need anymore. Like you have countries saying, oh, okay, Donald Trump, his whole thought process is he's going to hurt us. Well, we're going to be ready to hurt you back. And that's what I'm saying, Paul. Even though he's not in office, they know that he's going to be the president now in 9 days. And they're saying, okay, we're preparing for you to become president, and we have all of our measures put in place.
Well, here's where I stand, to be fair with you. I think we've been footing the buck a long time with countries, not just with the tariff thing, but mind you, other countries are poorer than us, so I understand about the tariffs. But here's where I don't like is, I didn't know this, but according to him, Germany has not paid their fair share of.
Wait, you mean Trump?
For instance, NATO. We've been footing the bill for NATO.
Paul, do you mean
decades?
Trump?
Huh?
You mean Trump?
Yeah, Trump claims we've been footing the bill for. I'm getting a little bit off the subject, but
no, you're
good.
Good.
We're still talking about money.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah, he said, Germany, you're going to start paying your fair share of NATO. This, you haven't paid a cent. So I said, what?
Which
I
that's
thought
not true.
everybody paid their fair share.
That's not true. That's absolutely not true.
Okay,
That's
well,
absolutely not true. And see,
I'm-
that's the dangerous part about just listening to anyone, not only Trump, but like listening to me.
I
Like
didn't
you
see
can
anybody
actually,
say no. I mean, I didn't see Germany say you're lying, but so then I'm, but anyways, but that I think we're the richest country in the world, but I think we are, or we
Yeah.
used to be. But I think we've done a lot. I don't know what to say. I'm not an economic expert, so I'm just a little guy looking at the world and saying, "Oh, really?
Yeah,
We're
listen. Well, hold on.
it's not balanced?"
Let me just make sure I let you know this. One, Germany paid in 2023 because you're supposed to allocate a portion of your GDP to pay into NATO, and the target is 2%, right? So Germany in 2023 they didn't hit that target of 2% of their GDP. They did pay 1.57% of their GDP. Right?
Okay, that's pretty close.
Yeah, but even more so, the United States isn't even the country that pays the most into NATO. Poland pays 3.9% of their
How long
GDP.
have they been in NATO? I didn't know they were in NATO. I thought recently they got in NATO.
No, Poland has been in NATO for a long time. I don't have to look it up and see when, but I mean that's another thing about like what's happening with the war in Ukraine and Russia, and that's why we have to continue to be so involved. Is because NATO, I mean Poland is a NATO ally.
Did they get in NATO when the wall came down?
Yeah, when the USSR
That's what
actually disintegrated. I don't know.
I didn't even know that. You just hit me to something. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I don't. I would have to look up which year, but they became a part of NATO. So did Estonia, Lithuania, Romania, Latvia. Like there's a lot of places that actually joined NATO. But the point is, my whole point is, and which FYI, you can actually look this up and see the breakdown. Like listening to Donald Trump is a really bad decision. In his first term in office, it was verified that he lied over 30,000 times. He averaged about 4 lies a day while in office. And even more than that, you need to actually verify and not just listen to it, because Donald Trump says a lot of stuff.
I guess I don't know how to do certain, like, I'm an old cat. I'm not real hip to, like, I really admire people like, you and others that they know how to dig in there and look. I'm not smart like that. Now, mind you, I got a year of college, but I don't have that kind of savvy like some people that I'm like, how the hell did they figure that out? And then they explain it to you and you go, oh, wow. And,
Yeah. I mean, but see, the problem with that, though, is like you sitting here saying that, oh, I don't really know. And then you made an uninformed decision. It goes back to what I said earlier, Paul.
Yeah.
Your choice is going to hurt a lot of people. It's going to hurt a lot of people. It's going to hurt yourself because you are Hispanic. It's going to hurt me because I'm Black. It's going to hurt women. It's going to hurt people in the queer community. It's going to hurt people that's a part of the disabled community. It's going to hurt veterans. Like, it's going to hurt a lot of people because the person that you chose to vote for is actually putting a lot of bad people in power, and they're looking to actually not only strip away the rights of people, they're looking to actually strip away social safety nets. They're looking to actually strip away, like with the veterans, benefits that they've earned, and they're also even looking to actually to privatize the VA. Like it's a lot of bad stuff that's happening.
Yeah. Well, here's where I stand. Is my wife and I? It was a stressful year this year, watching both sides, and deciding, whatever we were gonna do. Here's another gigantic reason why I voted for Trump. This is a huge, gigantic reason. I actually saw Joe Biden get on that TV, on national TV live, and make the statement, if you don't vote Democrat, you're not Black. I about fell out of my chair. I considered that a racial statement, and so did a lot of my friends and a lot. I have a mixed family of Black, white, Hispanic. I've got Arab in my family.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, Japanese in my family.
Hold on one second, Paul.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, Paul. Chat, just an FYI, the likes are moving kind of slow. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys 10 minutes 10 minutes to get it up to 200,000 likes, or we're going to go to sub only. So I need you guys to actually keep tapping the screen. 10 minutes to get it up to 200,000 likes. Tap the screen. Let's get the shares up to 600 shares. If you haven't sent your daily heart me, go ahead and send that. Also, our daily gift goal is the Let Them Cook. So if we can knock that out, that would be super, super helpful. Tap the screen. You got 10 minutes to get up to 200,000 likes, or we're going to sub only. If you're not a subscriber, we do have a sub goal today. We only need 12 subscribers to hit our sub goal. If you become a subscriber, you get access to our amazing Discord that has resources, information. We interact a lot. There's a lot of great things going on in Discord. You also get an access to the Fast Pass, where if you want to come up and have a conversation with Late Nights with Santana, then you can actually come up. You get a Fast Pass for that. You also get access to a bunch of really cool emotes. Subs, can we drop some of the emotes in the chat? But if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. We got 10 minutes to get up to 200,000 likes, or we're going to go to sub only. Last but not least, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. Paul, you said that you heard Biden this past year say, if you ain't black, I'm sorry, him. You watch him say, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
If you don't vote Democrat, he rhymed it. He said, if you don't vote Democrat, you're not black. And I about fell out
he didn't
of my
say
chair.
that. He didn't say that this year. He said that in 2020.
Well,
he
when
said
he
that
did
in 2020.
well, I'm speaking of when I saw him say it.
Okay, cool.
So my whole family flipped like cheetah and went, "What the effing did he just say?"
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
We did not like that, man. And I thought, see, I know that cat from way back before you were born.
Yeah,
he was locked.
Hold on 1 second, Paul. Hold on 1 second, because I think we're getting lost in two things, right? We're getting lost in two things. One, who is that? I can't see, your username was cut off. It said, oh, hold on. Kindness Matter. Thank you so much for the subscription. You're freaking amazing. Thank you. You're getting lost in two things. One, excuse me, who ran for the president of the United States in 2024? Who was on the ticket?
The ones I remember, Joe Biden, Kennedy came in late, Trump. I don't remember the others, because when I voted, there was like 7 on there, I think.
Okay, but when you actually voted, because you live in Washington State, so I know they sent your ballot to you. When you got your ballot, you saw Joe Biden's name?
No, I think it was Kamala Harris's. Yeah.
Kamala Harris, absolutely. Kamala Harris. So with that being said, the statement that you made, it doesn't make sense, because again, we're not talking about Joe Biden. Joe Biden wasn't on the ticket.
No,
we're talking about Kamala Harris.
Understand, but it had an effect on me.
Okay, so you're saying that had an effect on you?
Yes, it did.
Donald Trump, Paul, Donald Trump is a racist. Donald Trump is a racist, and not only has he said and done racist things in his past, he's actively a racist.
But they have never seen anything on video of him doing that.
Yeah, no, listen. Okay, cool.
Didn't he contribute to Jesse Jackson?
No.
Years back?
No, he didn't. He said that he was going to actually donate to the Jesse Jackson campaign and never did. Jesse Jackson went on record saying that they never received those funds. Donald Trump has talked about...
myself with well, I guess a little bit, but I try not to stress myself with stuff, like I'm just an individual. I mean,
but hold on, no, you can't do that now, Paul. You literally, you can't do that, because the simple fact of the matter is, you said that one thing that turned you off to the Democratic Party, not just Joe Biden, but the Democratic Party, was the fact that that Joe Biden said, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. And now you're saying you don't concern yourself with that. When I start talking about the racism of Donald Trump, you can't do that.
And it goes farther back than that too.
Donald Trump does as well. That's what I was just about to say. Okay, cool. Let's go further back with Donald Trump. Do you know that Donald Trump in the 1970s, in the 1970s, Donald Trump and his dad, or you know what? Let me go back a little bit further than that. His dad, Fred Trump, was actually arrested at a Triple K rally. His dad was a member of the Triple K.
Okay, after that, I don't have no knowledge of that. You're the first one I've heard that.
Cool. Yes, Fred Trump was arrested at a Triple K rally, but Donald Trump and Fred Trump actually had to settle a case where they had to, because they weren't actually Love, thank you so much for the subscription. You're amazing, guys. We got 6 minutes to get up to 200,000 likes, or we're going to sub only. Keep tapping the screen and keep sharing the live out. Donald Trump and his dad both lost not lost a case. They settled a case because they were discriminating and wouldn't rent their units to people of color. What happened was white people were coming in and they were telling the white people that they had spaces open and they could rent. And then black people were coming in and they were saying, oh, we don't have any spaces. And then they took their application and wrote C on it to actually indicate that, it was a person of color and they weren't going to actually rent to them. So Donald Trump and his dad settled outside of court and had to put out a full page ad in the newspaper saying that they will not discriminate and anyone can actually rent from them. So that happened in the 70s. But then even moving past that, Donald Trump has called for the unaliving of the Central Park Five. Even before they were actually vindicated, he was saying they needed to be unalive. After they were actually exonerated, he still said, I'm not going to take that back because I'm sure they did something, so they deserve it. Thank you for the cake. And then Donald Trump has done multiple things, including perpetuating the birther movement, saying that Barack Obama had to be born in Kenya. And then on top of that, he did multiple things like saying Kamala Harris turned black. And not only that, he said that they were eating cats and dogs in Springfield, Ohio, putting a target not only on Haitian migrants back, but on all black people back. And that's just like talking about black people. He did the Muslim ban. He talked about the Kung Flu. He said if he lost the election, then if he lost the election, it would be because of Jewish people. Like Donald Trump has been, he said that this year, he's been massively racist. He said that Hispanics, people coming from Mexico and from the south of the border are literally poisoning the blood of America. He said that they're varmin. He said that laziness was a trait of black people. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I got to say something, though. I'm not saying you're wrong, but my sister lives in Ohio, and the thing that was talked about over there was put under a lid, and that actually did happen with the eating cats and dogs.
That's not true.
My sister lives there, and they say that's fact. And it's not because they hate the people.
But Paul, see the thing about that, and it goes back to
there's video on it.
Wait, it goes. No, it's not, Paul. It's not. And see, that's the thing, Paul. It goes back to you just taking someone's word, and that's dangerous.
I actually saw a video,
did you see it on YouTube?
All of them are doing it, but maybe there's a weirdo in there. No.
Did you see it on Twitter?
No, that was sent to me via cell phone.
Yeah, again, Paul, it's a lie. The
simple fact any other person.
But Paul, the simple fact of the matter is, hold on, listen to this, Paul. The simple fact of the matter is that the police department, the sheriff came out, said didn't happen. There's no police records.
Put a lid on it.
Okay, cool. Hold on. There's no police records of it happening. The mayor said it's not happening. The governor said it's not happening. And Paul, do you know how the story started?
I didn't really follow like 100% dive into it.
Okay, cool. So let me tell you how the story started. And guys, just an FYI, we got 3 minutes to get up to 200,000 likes, or we're going to sub only. Keep tapping the screen. Also, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. This is Sparring with Santana. We're talking to Trump supporters. Get in the box. Paul, the way that it started was a lady couldn't find her cat. She couldn't find her cat, and she called the police and said, my Haitian neighbors stole my cat and ate my cat. She called the police and said,
I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, this is how it started. She called the police and said that her Haitian neighbors stole her cat and ate her cat. And then they picked up the story. JD Vance picked up the story. They picked up the story and it ran from there. A couple of days later, that same woman went into her basement and actually found her cat. Thank you, Rick. Found her cat in the basement and tried to call and say, oh, actually, they didn't eat my cat. I found it. And by that time, the story was already too late. She went on record trying to squash the story and saying, no one is eating cats and dogs. That didn't really happen. That was a me thing. But by that time, it was too late. And then JD Vance had pushed it. Donald Trump had said it on the debate stage. And then JD Vance even admitted that it was a lie, and he was willing to make up as many lies as was needed. JD Vance said, yes, it's a lie, and we're willing to make them up.
No, I saw it and I heard everybody was talking about it. I mean, you go to work or you go to the restaurant and everybody was talking about it. I mean,
yeah, and the reason being though, friend, is because a lie, no one cares about the truth when a lie is more entertainment or entertaining. Like
well,
that's what it boils down to.
Affects people that don't know, you know, and
right. And but see, the thing is you voted for a man that actually pushed that conspiracy and hurt people. Like he hurt people. They had bomb threats in the schools. There were kids that couldn't go to school because of his lie. There were Haitian migrants put in place that were hurt because of his lie. He put a target on my back. He put a target on my back. Do you know why, Paul?
Who put a target on your
Donald
back?
Trump put a target on my back. Do you know why?
No, I don't.
Cool, Paul. Looking at me right now.
Yeah.
Do you know, am I Haitian or am I Ethiopian or am I Somalian or am I Nigerian or am I Black American? Like which one am I?
I would call you American.
Okay, but can you tell for sure? Do you know for sure that howdy partner? Do you know for sure that I'm not Somalian?
I wouldn't know. I would just assume.
You would assume.
Wouldn't. It would be kind of distasteful to ask somebody.
Right. But so the point that I'm trying to make is that just looking at me and looking at most Black people, you can't just say, oh, this person is Haitian and this person is Ethiopian and this person is Somalian. Like it doesn't work that way. And so people in Springfield, Ohio saw a Black person and automatically said, Trump said they're eating the cats and dogs. This Black person is probably one of the people doing it, not knowing if they were Haitian or they were Black American or they were something else. Donald Trump put a target on all Black people's back by pushing that lie out on national TV, and you accepted it because you said that Joe Biden said something racist one time and that turned you away from him.
Well, there's more to him than just what he said.
But again, Joe Biden wasn't running for president. You held something that Joe Biden said against Kamala Harris.
Well, he said it during his campaign
in 2020.
Yeah, I understand.
Joe Biden wasn't on the ticket in 2024 anymore, and Kamala Harris was a Black woman running.
But with him, there's more to the history of him that goes way back.
I hear you. 80s. I agree. I understand. Yeah. Like white men have a history of racism throughout the history of the United States, no matter what. Now, again, there's a difference between being an active racist and doing something racist in your past. Joe Biden has not only Joe Biden apologized for saying that. Joe Biden has said racist things in the past and also apologized for those racist things and actually done things to try to make up for his racist actions. Donald Trump has never apologized and has never done anything to make up for his racist actions. That's the difference.
With Kamala, I just didn't. I just couldn't vibe with her. With Kamala,
why couldn't you vibe with her, Paul?
I couldn't vibe. I just couldn't vibe with her. Why? Not because she's a woman.
Why, Paul?
I just couldn't vibe with her. It was like she was nervous. She didn't show that confidence.
What? Hold on. Did you watch the debate?
Yes, I did.
And you didn't see how she confidently smacked Donald Trump around? So much so that Donald Trump and his supporters said that she had not only Donald Trump and his supporters start saying she had the answers to the debate before. I'm sorry, had the questions to the debate beforehand, and they said that she had an earpiece in and people were feeding her lines. That's how confident she was. It was such a beatdown that Donald Trump and his supporters came out and said the only reason it looked so bad is because she cheated.
I didn't pay attention to that part. I watched the whole debate. Now, I'll tell you, the debate that I thought was 50-50 was J.D. Vance and what was her running mate?
Tim Walz, I mean, like, yes, absolutely. That debate was pretty even. I would even more so lean towards JD Vance.
Each other too, and so I thought that's a good debate, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, but I think we're getting away from a lot of different things, and I want to go back. But let me just say this real quick, guys. Two quick things. We're in a subwave right now. We only need 2 more subscriptions to actually close out the subwave. So if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. We have a overall subscription goal that we're trying to meet today.
You're over 200,000.
Yeah, we are. We need 2 more subscribers within the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds to hit the close out the subwave. Let's close that out. You get access to the Discord, which FYI, if you have a subscription, getting the Discord is super easy. All you have to do is click on your benefits. There's a link that will get you into the Discord. But you get access to Discord. We have a lot of resources, different channel. We have a lot of community. You get early information on different things that I'm doing and what we're doing as a community. So please get in Discord. You get access to a fast pass to come up on the panel during late nights with Santana. But then you also get access to a lot of really cool emotes. So we need 2 more subscriptions to close out the subwave within the next 2 minutes. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. With that being said, hey, T Freezy, thank you so much for becoming a subscriber. You're amazing. Guys, we only need 1 more to close out the subwave now. We only need 1 more, and we got 1 minute and 50 seconds. I know we can do it. Please consider becoming a subscriber. With that being said, Paul, like you're going back, and I know you're talking about you started to taper off on JD Vance and JD Vance and Tim Walz, but the simple fact of the matter is,
I just made a compliment. That's all.
Yeah. So sticking to Kamala Harris, you're saying that you couldn't jive with her because she wasn't confident.
Yeah,
Thank
another
you,
that, and there's the biggest reason. Now, whether it's true or not, I know a lot of guys.
Thank you for the sub.
A lot of guys that went to the joint behind her. Whether it was true.
Okay,
or
hold
not,
on, Paul. Just a thank you for the cake. Just a quick FYI. You can't say the name of any rugs on TikTok. So if you want to talk about, the leafy green, you can say M drug or things like that. So just make sure you don't say any names of those actual rugs.
No. I'm saying for the incarcerated, I actually met a few people that said they were put behind bars behind her, and I was listening to all this, and plus what I heard about. DAs ain't supposed to be nice, though. They're supposed to lock people up.
But Paul, like, the problem is you keep saying what you heard, and I know we've talked about this, Paul, but what you heard is it's not true, and it's a simple fact check.
Yeah, watching mainstream news and whatever.
When you say mainstream news, do you mean Fox News?
No, all of it in
Thank you for the
general.
sub.
All of it in general, and then when but I guess that was another reason, and the negative.
But hold on one second, Paul.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris as a DA. Do you know how many people that she actually prosecuted?
I don't know the number, but
sure. It's over 1,900.
Okay.
Do you know how many people actually served jail time?
I have no idea.
45.
Okay. I listened to other minorities talk against her. I thought,
thank you so much.
Not a good choice. So I just she didn't.
Wait, you said that they said what?
On like you're on TikTok, right? So a lot of minorities that I listen to talk about that kind of gave, it didn't look good.
Like who?
I couldn't tell you their names.
What did these people say? Blue Canary, thank you for sending out the 2 subs. You're amazing.
There was a lady that they interviewed that
thank you,
something to do with a child case.
Wait, now you're pivoting off because you were saying that you heard quote unquote minorities on TikTok talking about it, and now you're pivoting to the case about the truancy.
I'm giving you different examples.
Right, but the case about the truancy, one, it's not true. Just like everything else that we've talked about so far.
They had her on TV, though.
That wasn't it wasn't true. So the truancy case, one, Kamala Harris didn't prosecute it. 2, it was more to it than that. And 3, again, it's been fact checked. They
made it look like this lady had to fight for her life to keep from being incarcerated. I think she actually went to jail, though.
She did, Paul. But again, that had nothing to do with Kamala Harris. It was a lady that was in California, and they pinned that on Kamala Harris because it was convenient. There was a lot of stuff that was put on Kamala Harris because it was convenient. Also, guys, we only need 3 more subscribers to meet our subscription goal overall. Like, so if we can get that, we'll be at 500 subscribers, which would be freaking insane. So if you are not a subscriber, please, please, please consider subscribing. I did not think we would ever get this close to our overall goal. So if we can somehow get to that 500, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing. If you're a subscriber, or if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. If you are someone that is a subscriber and you actually love our community, you love our Discord, you love your perks, please, hey, thank you so much for becoming a subscription. Shar Destiny, thank you so much. Yeah, please, please, please. Alice, thank you for actually becoming a subscriber. You're amazing. Also, W's in the chat for Jada, who sent a $10 cash app to say, why do people never go further than what they hear? Jada, listen, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. We're trying to figure that out now. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you for the $10 donation. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. With that being said, Paul, I want to go back to what you said, though, because you said that you heard people on TikTok, you heard quote unquote minorities on TikTok talking about the bad things that Kamala Harris did. Thank you for extending your subscription. Cheech, thank you. Guys, make sure you're getting in the Discord as well. If we're going to have 500 subs, we should have close to 500 people in the Discord. Hey, Shard Destiny, you sent out 5 subscriptions. You are amazing, guys. Massive W's in the chat for Shard Destiny. Make sure that we're saying, if you got a subscription, make sure you say thank you. Also, make sure that you are in the Discord. Make sure you're in the Discord. Paul, with that being said, I want to know what these people on TikTok were saying.
Just claiming to be like incarcerated under her and been played dirty.
So there were people on
I
TikTok.
can't sit here. No, this doesn't mean that I absolutely believed them. But when you watch TV and you hear this story and you hear that story and these little different tidbits of information, you get a picture. I mean, like both sides get a picture of the opposite side and go, oh my gosh, no, we can't do that, you know. But I'm just being fair when I tell you my reasons. I don't hate on anybody. I just make my own decisions as my First Amendment right, my, you know, whatever else goes with it. And I made a decision, and here's what I got to say is he better do what his promises he says he's going to do.
But he's already gone back on those promises. And let me just
he's
say
not
this
in office yet. I want to see the gas
and that's the crazy thing. He's not in office and he's already gone back. But give me one second. Give me 1 second, Paul. Because there are people who are asking, how do you get in the Discord? If you actually, super simple. With your subscription, if you tap on the little thing on the side for your subscription, it'll bring up like all of your benefits. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it'll bring up your benefits, and you can actually it says Discord role, and then you just hit connect, and it'll actually get you connected to our Discord. So the only thing that you have to do in the bottom corner, yep, that's right, Corey, in the bottom corner, just go ahead. No, see, this is an old phone, Vegas. The phone that I'm talking to you guys on is my iPhone. I just use this phone. This is an old phone. Anyway, if you hit connect, it'll get you into the Discord. So that's all you have to do. You just in the bottom left-hand corner, click the little star for the subscription. In the benefits, hit where it says Discord role, hit connect, and it'll get you to the Discord. All right, I'm sorry, Paul. Go ahead and finish your point.
But all I got to say is, here's what I got to say as a simple, common man. I want my gas prices to go down. He promised that, which they were down when he was in office.
But you know, that has nothing to do with him, Paul.
Hold on. This is what I want to get out. What I want.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want my gas prices to go down.
Mm-hmm.
I want my food to go down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what he said though. If those gas prices go way down by half, that dang food's got to go down because it went up when the gas went up. Okay.
Yeah, but
what else?
Wait, hold on, because let's talk about it, Paul, because that's a correlation fallacy, right? And even more so, the president of the United States, no matter if it's Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, JD Vance, they don't control the prices
it's an economic
of food
thing.
or gas.
Yeah.
Right. Hold on 1 second, Amanda. In order to get into just an FYI, in order for anyone to get into the Discord, you have to be a subscriber. That's the only way that you can actually get into the Discord. So if you're not a subscriber, and Amanda, I see that you're not currently a subscriber, you would have to actually become a subscriber first in order to actually get into the Discord. With that being said, in order to actually the actual president of the United States does not control The price. Thank you for the glasses. The prices of gas or food.
I understand, but I know when the gas went up during Joe Biden's term at the
But do you
right
know
at
why?
the beginning, but a little later in,
Yeah, but do you
the
know
food
why?
went right up with it
But do you know why?
because of transportation. They got to drive these trucks and haul produce and
But
and
like,
if,
wait.
yeah,
But Paul, do you know why it went up?
because the gas prices went up.
No. Do you know why the gas prices went up?
Well, here's what I don't know this, but Joe stopped the drilling. Okay.
No. Again, Paul.
Well, he did stop the
Paul,
drilling though.
no, he didn't. We're drilling more now than we ever have in U.S. history. Joe Biden approved more permits on government land.
Let me stop. He stopped the pipeline from coming in.
Paul,
Wait a minute. He said it on national TV.
okay, cool.
He
Paul,
shut the pipeline down. He
Paul,
said it
are you
with his
talking
own
about the
words.
Keystone Pipeline?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so Paul, there's two things, and you're in Washington State, so I know you're pretty close to Canada. So
Yeah.
there's two things,
I'm in
right?
Spokane over here. Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's the Keystone Pipeline, which is
Yeah.
active, which has been active, which continues to remain active. But
What's
then
the
there's,
other one?
and that's what I was about to say. Then there's the Keystone XL pipeline, which was an addition. It was an addition. And the simple fact of the matter is the Keystone XL pipeline, the reason why it was shut down, it wasn't because of Joe Biden. It was actually deemed that it needed to be shut down by the Supreme Court while Donald Trump was in office. Donald Trump was still in office. The Supreme Court said no, because the Keystone XL pipeline would run through native land, through indigenous land. And
I remember that.
yeah, and so the only thing that the only thing that Joe Biden actually did was do something that Donald Trump was supposed to do, which was actually hold up what the Supreme Court did and just remove the permit, because it was just a matter of paperwork at that point. They could not build the Keystone XL pipeline. That's the thing.
Let me share something with you here. I used to be in the oil field. I used to work for Neighbors Drilling, and I know a lot of people that worked in.
Oh, did Paul just got raptured? Paul just got raptured. Listen, guys, and so the thing is, right? That's the thing that gets me. I mean, it's like because he's back. Hold on one sec. Just me. Are you a Trump supporter?
Something happened here.
Yeah, hold on one second, Paul. One second. Just me. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I must have hit it on accident. Sorry.
No worries. I'll drop you down. Guys, only join up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Wendy, are you a Trump supporter? Wendy, are you a Trump supporter?
I came up. I don't know why I'm up there.
Okay, no worries. I'll drop you down. All right, Paul.
So my question is why did Joe Biden have to go into our reserves if we were drilling more than ever? I'm not being a smart ass or nothing.
Yeah, no, it's pretty simple. Donald Trump, back when C-19 got ready to start, and the reason why I say C-19 is because you can't actually say the word on TikTok, so that's why I'm using that. You know what I'm talking about when I say C-19, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So back when C-19 occurred, Donald Timothy Trump actually went to OPEC and cut a deal, right? While he was telling us that the pandemic was only going to last 2 weeks, he went to OPEC and cut a deal to actually cut the production of oil for 2 years. 2 years.
That makes sense. Yeah, I understand.
And so then not only did he do that, at the same time, his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, negotiate the sale of 16 oil refineries, including our largest oil refinery that we had located in Texas. So at the same time, as far as cutting oil production, they also sold off oil refineries to the Saudis. So what actually happened was the overall production of oil by OPEC was completely slowed down because the world was closed, right? But when the world closed, opened back up, we still had that 2-year agreement, but they had the actual agreement to actually slow down the oil. But two, they raised gas prices, and they noticed, gas prices are still high and people are still buying gas. Why would we need to lower the prices if they're going to buy the gas at this price? It doesn't matter how much we produce. We're still going to keep the prices the same. And so what Joe Biden actually had to do was go into our actual oil reserves and flood the market with additional oil. So he sold our oil reserves off and then bought them back at a cheaper rate, while at the same time helping influence the overall cost of oil, where OPEC had to reduce the cost of oil and then getting our oil back at a cheaper price. That's the reason why the gas prices finally came down some. But the reason why they went up, it was because of C-19 and also because Donald Trump screwed us. So when you talk about those gas prices and those gas prices being low, yeah, they were low until Donald Trump made the decisions that he made. And so no matter what happens with Donald Trump getting back in the office, we're never going to get back to the gas prices where they were before C-19. That's not going to be a thing. And Donald Trump telling you that he's going to lower the prices, it's a lie. We're close to that level now, but it's a lie. They're never going to be as low again.
Yeah, I guess I can admit there is some comfort of the gas going from 5.6. I think the gas here, I think it was in Joe Biden's second year, the gas was like 5.60. You know, you're here. Remember when the gas was almost $6 a gallon? I started freaking out, man.
Yeah, and which I mean, so the simple fact of the matter is, where you are as far as gas is dictated on, the price of gas is dictated on where you are, right? Because I live in Washington State now, but I'm from South Carolina. So being from South Carolina, like I was used to like $1-2, well, like 150, 187, like maybe $2, but like that's I understand that it's different depending on where you are in the country.
Yeah, the gas is just under $3 in Ohio right now, where my sister's at. I don't know why, but it's a little lower over there than here. Of course,
it depends on a lot of different factors as far as what the gas prices are.
Yeah, the cost of living's cheaper there a little bit, I think, too.
Yeah, so, and just an FYI, right? In 2019, the national price, the average of gas was $2.60 a gallon across the country. $2.60 a gallon. Right now, across the country, it's $3.06 a gallon.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Better than $5 a gallon.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, yes, the gas prices are a little bit higher than they were before C-19, but it's not a huge gap. Hey, Ari. And that's the point.
Yeah, I'd like to see it around two. It'd be nice if they got down to $2.50 a gallon.
I mean, I get it, but that's not how it works. And that was even my point about like with grocery prices. That's not how it works. Like Donald Trump can't lower grocery prices. And even more so, the reason why I said that he's already gone back on it is because before the election, he said grocery prices are going to go down. As soon as I get in, they're going to sharply drop down. He said that.
They need to deal with whoever's handling that and get those prices down.
Yeah, but Donald Trump doesn't have a plan to get it down. That's the problem, though, right?
Well, you got to talk to the people that are in control of it.
But that's not his focus. That's my point, though. Kamala Harris wanted to actually institute price gouging laws that are in place across 36 or 39 states in the United States already, and actually make sure that these companies couldn't keep, beating us over the head with raising gas prices. Yeah. But Donald Trump hasn't done anything. 37 states.
Yeah, I have to get off of here, but I enjoyed talking to you. And
same here, Paul. Let me just say, Paul, I don't think that you're a bad guy in any way, shape, or form. But Paul, I just want to say this, right? Your decision let a lot of people down, Paul. And you made an uninformed decision. Genuinely, you don't seem like a bad guy. But you voted for a bad guy that's going to hurt a lot of people. And at the end of the day, Paul, like he's going to hurt you too. And that's the thing that you don't understand yet, which is really, really bad.
Are you on every day?
I am.
Well,
I don't do these debates every day.
Well, I want to get on a subject with you. Not that I know anything, but something I feel, and it won't be this time, but next time. I won't say what it is I want to talk about.
Okay.
But next time you're on, I'll holler at you. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll be on for a couple more hours if you want to come back. I'll be on tomorrow doing debates as well.
Hey, I felt like a celebrity on your show, man.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for coming up. I appreciate you, Paul.
All right. Everybody have a good evening. Bye bye.
Guys, so this is the problem that I have, right? And it's not that like he was a bad guy. It's just it's Donald Trump said that he loves the poorly educated, and that's for multiple reasons. Like we should never be in a situation where we just accept something that someone's saying, right? You guys have to be vigilant. We have to be vigilant. We have to fact check. We have to actually know that, like, don't just accept what people don't just accept what I'm telling you. Like, look it up for yourself. Like it. Yeah. I also think that Paul, like the reason it was more to it, he didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris. Like that, plain and simple. He didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris. Like it wasn't just for you to say that, oh, the comment that Joe Biden made you know, in 2020 was the reason that you held something like that against Kamala Harris. That's nonsensical. So yeah, no. Guys, we don't have any more Trump supporters in the box. If you're a Trump supporter, request up. If you are a Trump supporter, request up. I might need to just hit a quick reset. I'll say this: we got 17 of the daily gift goals left. It's the bubble gum. If we can knock that out, then I want to hit a reset, and then that'll allow us to come back and start one with the small gift goal, and then probably get more Trump supporters in here. If I did a reset, would you guys come back? As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a quick poll. I need to know. Is it even worth me doing a reset? Smiley face if you will come back. Frowny face if you won't. Smiley face, here's a poll. Smiley face if I do a reset, you will come back. Frowny face if you don't. Because if you guys aren't coming back, then I'm just going to go about my Sunday. I can go play video games if you guys don't want to hear me. If you don't want me here, then I'll just leave. If you don't want me here, I'll just leave. Okay. You guys are saying you're going to come back. All right, I'm gonna hold it to you. Can we knock out the gift goal though, like the bubble gum? Can we it is Saturday. What did I say? Did I say Sunday? Listen, don't focus on what I'm doing, not what I'm saying. Don't listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth. Focus on something else. Can we knock out the gift goal though, so we can reset it to a lower one? And what I'll do is thank you so much. I will we can do a reset and we'll get more Trumpers in. But what I need you guys to do is yeah, Ari. What I need you guys to do is once I hit the reset, I mean, I'm not even gonna get up. Not even gonna get up. So what you guys can do is go to my profile and watch my video. I'm bringing back Brunch with My Creator tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll have Parker on, and we're gonna be doing we're gonna be interviewing Parker on Brunch with My Creator. So if you guys can just go watch the video, interact with it, like it, just add a comment, and then come right back. I'm just gonna hit a quick restart, just a couple of seconds, and then when we get back, I need you guys tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all the wonderful things, and let's get more people in here. You've already registered. Awesome. It's going to be really good. Parker's a really good guy, and I think a lot of people don't really get, well, you don't really get to see his personality outside of just his debates, and so I think it'll be fun for you guys to like meet the person behind the debates. Anyway, I'm going to hit a reset. You guys go to my page, watch the video, hit the like button, put in the comments you told me to do it, so I'm doing it, so I'll know that you actually did it. So do that. All right. We are back, Sandy. We are back. We are back. What's going on, Monica? Guys, look. If you had one chance. Guys, tap the screen, share the live out. Let's do all the things, right? We are back. We had to hit a quick reset. Go ahead and let's get this back up to 8,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 50 shares. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that voted for Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. We have the daily gift goal. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal. It's those 1 cent items. So they're roses. Let's knock the roses out. Guys, we are back. We are back. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to the debates. Let's get this up to 8,000 likes. As soon as we're up to 8,000 likes, we will go ahead and open up the panel. If you are one of those smart MAGA people, if you're one of those super intelligent folks that voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you because I think we can agree. We can agree that Donald Trump is one of the best presidents ever, right? I talked to a guy, he said he was top five. And I need, thank you for that. I need Trump supporters to come up and tell me why Donald Trump is, if not the greatest, one of the greatest presidents ever. Because I think we can agree on that. So if you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. Matt, I see you. I'm coming. I'm going to bring you in just a second, Matt. Hold tight for me one moment, Matt. Guys, keep tapping the screen. We got Matt in the box. We want to get him in here, but we need to get up to 8,000 likes. We got Matt in the box, but we need to get up to 8,000 likes. If we can't get to 8,000 likes, we can't get Matt in. We want to get Matt in. I'm going to reset the daily gift goal again. I'm going to reset it to these 1 cent items just so we can keep knocking it out and push us out to the FYP. Let's get it up to 8,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 50 shares. Matt, I'm going to grab you in just a second. Hold tight for me just one moment. We just, see, Matt ran away already. What in the world? Why is it that Trump supporters don't have patience? It's the most interesting thing in the world. Trump supporters do not have patience. It's weird. Matt wasn't even waiting for a minute before he left. That's wild. There we go, Matt. There we go. Hold on. Guys, get it to 8,000. There we go. There we go. Matt left again. What in the world? There is no way that you can be that impatient. Anyway, guys, tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 25,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 50 shares. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. I need Trump supporters, right? Because you guys are the smart ones. Thank you for the heart hands. You guys are the one that you guys won. You guys won, right? But with win, you know, with as Batman Uncle Thomas once said, with great power comes great responsibility. It's your responsibility to actually let us know, right? And I've realized that Donald Trump is a great president, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, right? And I need you guys to come up and tell me why. I need you guys to come up and educate me because, again, Trump supporters, you guys are smart. Spicy,
who's
are
Uncle
you a Trump
Thomas?
supporter?
Yeah, who's Uncle Thomas?
Oh, Batman's Uncle Thomas. He said, with great
Batman's
power
Uncle
comes
Thomas.
great responsibility.
Oh, man. So you read no comics, huh? You don't know shit about comics, huh, buddy?
Jay Bunky, are you a Trump supporter? Hey, Alexa, stop. Jay Bunky, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm a friendly. Sorry.
No worries. I'm going to drop you down. Guys, we are only talking to Trump supporters, This is Sparring with Santana. We are not looking for any friendlies, only Trump supporters. Russ, are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Okay, perfect. So we got Russ here. We got Spicy here. Spicy's already taking a shot at my comic book knowledge. Listen, you guys know how I do.
Of which you have zero. So
whatever.
Really
I know. I know
facts.
it's Uncle Ben with Spider-Man. I was being funny. Don't. Whoa.
I don't know about that. You had a good amount of time to Google that right there, my boy.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. You got to give me more credit than that. You got to give me more credit than that.
I don't know.
Okay, we about to find out. So real quick, Spicy, Russ, do you guys know who I am?
Why would I know who you are, bro?
That's a good question. You're absolutely right. That's a fair statement. Russ, do you know who I am?
You're Santana Jones.
Okay, so have you seen this before? Have you seen my live before, Russ?
No, I haven't.
Okay, awesome. With that being said, guys, we're
You're
gonna give
very
Russ.
excited, bro.
Yeah, I
You're
am.
very
We're gonna give
excited.
Russ and Spicy an introduction. We have to let them know because guys, they don't know. They don't know. Listen, let's introduce them to what's about to happen.
Here we go. Man's about to spit out the same bullshit rhetoric I've been hearing all day.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Trump is a rapist. Trump is a liar. Trump does all these bad things. Why did you vote for him? Here we go. Here we go.
Guys, this is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are not, if you are a friendly, keep tapping the screen, share the live out. Let's get the likes up to 50,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 100 shares. I'm going to reset the daily gift goal one more time, guys. If we can keep knocking that out, that'll help boost the live and get us out to the FYP. So if you are a friendly, keep doing all the wonderful things to make sure that we are able to protect the live and have these debates. I have Spicy up here, who's a Trump supporter. I have Russ up here, who's a Trump supporter, and we're going to get into it. So Spicy, Russ, I think we can agree on this, right? Donald Jimothy Trump is, if not the greatest, one of the greatest presidents ever, right? We can agree on that. Exactly, Spicy.
THE. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Santana, can I say something before I answer that question?
Sure.
With that intro you just played me, you asked if I knew if I've heard of you before. I guess you're a DJ. Are you a DJ?
I am not. But this is Sparring with Santana. You guys stepped into the ring, and sorry, but I'm about to fatten up all this around your eye, both of you.
He's a fighter. He's not a DJ. He's a fighter.
No,
look at him.
Yeah,
oh, here we go. He's putting on the boxing gloves.
Absolutely. Russ, now with that question, Russ, we can agree, right? If not the greatest, one of the greatest, right?
I think this is probably the first and only issue that you and I can agree on.
Okay, perfect. So, Russ, Spicy, knowing that we agree that Donald Trump is, if not the greatest, one of the greatest presidents of all time, I just need you guys to explain to me, like, which one of these reasons is he the greatest? Is it because of all of the felonies? Is it all the well businesses?
The felonies. I'm going to go with the felonies.
Hold on one second.
The felonies. I already answered.
Spicy, slow down for a second. Have a little bit
of
decorum.
Felonies.
Hold on, Spicy.
List them. I want you to list them.
Is it the coup? Is it the lies? Or is it him playing war? And just a spoiler, Donald Trump is already telling you which one is his favorite, which is the felonies. So, Spicy, you said the felonies. Cool. Russ, which one?
Let's talk on the felony issue.
Okay, cool. So, guys, both of you know that we officially have a 34-count convicted felon as president-elect who's going to be restricted and can't access 26 countries around the world without special permission. Is that a good thing?
No, it's okay. It doesn't bother me.
No, okay. So you
how's he got all that and still made it the president, huh?
Yeah, you know what? He absolutely did. I tell you what, Spicy. You know why?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me why.
Sure. It's because, one, people don't know things, right? People in the United States don't understand that inflation wasn't something that was centralized. It was global, and it also wasn't caused by Joseph Robinette Biden and Kamala Harris. It was something that was done around the world. But also, America, it's a racist and sexist place, and they were not going to let a black woman.
And you love it here, don't you? Because you live here. You love it here.
Yeah, I live here. I absolutely live here. And that's why I know for a fact that it's a sexist and racist country.
And which one of those are you?
Neither. Well, I have inherent sexism. So I have inherent sexism because the simple fact of the matter is I am not a woman. So the simple fact of the matter is unless you are part of said Spicy, are you gonna let me talk or are you gonna keep trying to talk over me?
No, I'd rather just talk over. You can kick me if you like.
No, I'm just gonna put you on mute and let you sit there with your baby bottle. So anyway, like I'm saying, the simple fact of the matter is that if you are born and you're not part of said group, then you inherently have those biases. So yes, I do inherently have sexist biases. And that's what it boils down to. Russ. So you were talking about, you wanted to talk about the felonies. It's on you.
Yeah. Okay.
So is that a like the fact that we have a president who can't travel to 26 countries within the within the world without permission? Is that like, are you okay with that?
Well, you know he's going to appeal that.
But he can't. That's the thing.
He can appeal that.
No. It's already gone through the Court of Appeals. It hit the New York State Court of Appeals. It went to the highest level. He tried to appeal it to the Supreme Court, and they voted 5-4 that they were not going to hear it. The only other thing that he could have done was actually get it pushed to the Supreme Court, and they said no. He's a felon, and he has to live with that.
Hey, let me ask you something, Santana. Do you trust our judicial system?
I'm a black man in America. Of course I don't.
Exactly.
But my question is, Russ, before
with that being said, that being said,
Russ,
wait, I'm going to answer your question
because you asked me a question. Let me throw one right back at you.
Okay.
In 2015, did you trust our judicial system?
I didn't trust anybody.
Okay, so in 2015, you said our judicial system was screwed.
Yeah,
okay,
I've
cool.
always known our judicial system.
But do you understand how our judicial system worked for Donald Trump?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, it still is going to be screwed up even after Donald Trump is president. I mean,
I agree with that.
There's a lot of cleanup. There's a lot of cleanup, generational cleanup that our government needs to go
thank
through.
you for the subscription. Yeah, no.
Anyway,
listen,
so what I was going to say,
but I agree, right? But the simple fact of the matter is, Donald Trump was able to do something that anyone else would never have been able to do. Donald Trump was able to, yeah, because he's a white man in America with money.
No, that's not true. The reason why is they converted misdemeanors into a felony.
No, they
know how
convert
many?
It had a predicate charge that made it a felony. They didn't convert it.
No,
they made it a felony.
Those, if you dissect every one of those felonies that he was charged, they are misdemeanors. You know how many people?
It's because
how many
of the predicate
people
crime.
He got?
It's because of the predicate crime, my friend. That's why it's a felony. It's not. You're absolutely right. If it was like a one-off, or if it was somehow if it wasn't connected with him trying to actually cover it up in with intention to actually not have it affect the United States of America election, then it wouldn't be.
It was
like really simple.
It was a total political. It was a total political hack. It was
Donald Trump did it to himself, though.
I guarantee you. Check this out, Santana. If Trump was not going to run for president in 2024, I guarantee it, none of this stuff would have happened.
If Trump wasn't running for president in 2024, he would be in jail right now.
Not necessarily true.
Yes, absolutely.
No, guarantee
he would be in jail right now, not only because of his actual 34 counts, but all the other court cases.
If that is true,
hold on one second.
If that is true,
hold on a second. Is it Lewis JT? Lewis, are you a Trump supporter? Okay, I think there was a tapping mistake. I'm gonna drop you down. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get it up to 50,000 likes. Let's also get the shares up to 150 shares. Keep tapping the screen, and let's also knock out the daily gift goal. It's the little perfumes, please. And last but not least, if you're not, we're streaming on YouTube and Twitch right now. If you could give me a follow, Santana24J on Twitch, and Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Yeah, Russ, if he wasn't running for president, he would be in jail because he would have multiple cases that he would have already been convicted of.
All right. So then why did they wait to the very, very last second to finally do all of this?
Well, it wasn't that they waited until the very last second, but Donald Trump himself and his lawyers, they had a strategy. And let's be clear, their strategy worked. Their strategy absolutely worked. Their strategy was to delay until after the election. But do you remember what? They filed multiple motions to delay. They appealed, they delayed, and they appealed. They got them to the point after the election, which then once he became the president-elect, he already knew that the stuff was going to go away. So he was successful with his plan. He took a really big gamble and he won.
All right. So 4 years later, after he left office, do you remember what happened the first 2 years? Not a damn thing. Nothing happened.
That's
because they didn't think
but that's not true, because the simple fact of the matter is once Donald Trump actually left office, he was already fighting court cases as far as election fraud, because he kept saying the election was stolen. He was fighting those court cases. He was being sued for defamation, and all the same time, the actual federal government was reaching out to him for those classified court documents that he was actually didn't want to return. There were multiple cases in flight, but the difference is that he was a former United States president, and so they were giving him a lot of leniency to not actually do anything. So they gave him time, and they kept reaching out to him saying like, "Hey, can you actually return these files? Can you do this? Can you do that?" They kept trying to work with him.
What are you talking about files? Are you talking the one that they found in his bathroom?
The classified documents, yes. The actual security, the actual secure documents that should not have been taken and that were in his bathroom in Mar-a-Lago.
So I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal about that, because
it should though. It should though, Russ, because not only did he have those documents that were not his, that were not declassified, but he was also showing them to people. He was showing them to just random people at Mar-a-Lago. That's a security risk. Those files had where our nuclear weapons are housed.
Well, let me ask you this: if it should be a big importance, why didn't they do a damn thing when they found Biden's stuff in his garage?
Yeah, because Joe Biden returned them, just like Mike Pence returned them. That's the difference, Russ.
Wait a minute. Joe Biden returned them after they caught him, and Joe Biden was the vice president, not the president.
Yeah, you're absolutely you're absolutely right, Russ. And again, not only did Joe Biden do it, but Mike Pence did it as well. The difference between Joe Biden, Mike Pence, and Donald Trump is once they located those documents, they said, "Oh, you have these documents." Then those two people, Mike Pence and Joe Biden, said, "Oh, my bad, take them." Donald Trump said they did the same thing. That's the line of demarcation, right? That's the inflection point. That's the inflection point.
But don't you remember they got all the classified documents out of his house? They got it
out of whose house?
What's
Trump?
Yeah, out of the
because they had to raid Mar-a-Lago to get them. They didn't have to raid Joe Biden or Mike Pence to get those files. Donald Trump said not only did Donald Trump lied and said that he didn't have those files when he did. Donald Trump instructed people to actually destroy video footage of not only of where he was housing the files, but him showing the files to people. He did all of this stuff. He told them that they had to raid Mar-a-Lago in order to get those back. They didn't have to raid Joe Biden or Mike Pence to get those files back. Russ? Russ, are you there? Russ, did I stump you?
No,
Lady
can
V,
you hear
are you
me?
a Trump supporter? Lady V, are you a Trump supporter? Okay, I'm gonna drop you down.
Hey.
Yeah, Russ,
I'm back.
did you
Sorry
hear what
about
I said?
that.
No worries.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know this information correctly, but from what I understood, I remembered hearing something saying that the documents, being president that he was, that he declassified, or all he had to do was say these documents are declassified.
Nope, not at all. That's not how the actual process worked. There's a paperwork trail that you have to actually submit in order to declassify those documents. You don't just wave your hand over them and say that it's declassified. Also, Donald Trump was caught on recording as he was showing those documents to people, saying that I could have declassified these documents when I was president, but I can't now. He openly admitted that those files were not declassified, and he should have declassified them.
Okay. All right. So that was one of the cases that probably you're right. He should have been held accountable for that. But as far as the the hush money and all that kind of stuff, I'm just saying there's so many people in this world, in our country, that do those NDAs or
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. They're not illegal. And let me just say this real quick. Welcome in, Hector Raid. Listen, for all of those people coming over from Hector's Live, one, welcome. Two, you can't out petty the petty chief. I know Hector sent you, and I know that's why we see El Santana in the chat. That's the only time that we would see El Santana in the chat is if Hector told people to do it. Welcome in, people. Hector, I love you. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Let's get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 150 shares. Also, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Welcome in, Hector Raid. Guys, next time you see Hector, tell him I said do better. Tell him I said do better. Russ, I'm sorry, you were speaking.
No, you're good. I'm just listening. I just think your backdrop says, why is Trump the best president ever? First of all, I've lived through many presidents since Ford, since President Ford, and I mean I was young at President Ford, but the one thing that and this was a good question to ask, because you got to know and have full understanding to support your views to public whenever you want to debate. And so I had to go to Ireland and explain that same question to some Irish folks that wanted to know why I thought Trump was better. And to be honest with you, I don't like politicians. I don't like, I don't like these guys making decisions for us that never had a job in their lives. And they're always, depending on taxpayer dollars, never had to make a living for themselves. The reason why I voted and still do support Trump is because he has a very much of a business, a firsthand business-minded experience, knowledge of what, how to handle our country. Yes, our country is not a big business. But at the same time,
Russ, you actually like number two, all the failed businesses, the bankruptcy, the fact that he has put multiple business after business after business, not only out, but fell, from Trump University to Trump Steaks to Trump Water to Trump Vodka to Trump the board game. Like, he has multiple failed businesses, and he bankrupted a casino. I don't know, that just doesn't sound like a lot of great business experience to me. I mean, I guess if you say that, experience is experience, then okay, I give you that. Technically, he has experience, but he has not shown himself to be an actual good businessman.
Well, and if you think about it, I mean, look how many businesses he's ever owned or he's ever ran. When you have that many entities out there, yeah, you're going to get some failures.
I mean, you're absolutely right, Paul. Like, failure is a part of business. Failure is a part of life. But the simple fact of the matter is, Donald Trump has 7 bankruptcies. And a good businessman is not going to have 7 bankruptcies. And I know people say, oh, a bankruptcy is a form of restructuring debt. I get that. But Donald Trump has bankruptcies not because he's trying to just restructure debt. It's because he has failed businesses. And also, Donald Trump has really bad business practices, including not paying his bills, not paying the people that he actually hired for work. Like, it's multiple things. He's not a good businessman.
So you brought that up. Who did he not pay?
He has multiple contracts. He's been sued multiple times by contractors that he hired. And what he would do is after they would complete the work, he would say, oh, and this is just keeping it simple, right? This is a simple analogy of what he would do. Like, oh, you guys built this you built this structure for me, but instead of putting the light socket on the right side, you put it on the left side. I can't accept this. I'm not going to pay you for it. And so people would have to take him to court, and Donald Trump would tie it up in litigation. Holy smokes, litigation for so long that people would run out of money in order to be able to fight the case, and they would just have to drop the case, and he would never have to pay them. Donald Trump is not a good businessman. He's someone who has stolen from people. He's someone that grifts from people. Like, simple fact of the matter, what president have you seen that sells as much junk as Donald Trump?
Santana, I gotta say this though. It's a little difficult to debate on somebody's record. And during his first presidency, man, I gotta tell you, my industry, we were doing great. And yes, well, you're gonna laugh at when I tell you this, but I came out of the oil and gas industry to renewables, where I built wind farms and solar farms. And the reason why I got into it in 2005 when Bush was president, because at that time it was never a political stand. It was never a political angle. Renewable was never associated with Democratic Party or Republican Party. It was an alternative energy to where
which it should be, right? I mean, like that's very sensible. Yeah. Like, renewable energy shouldn't be a negotiating point, right? It's not political. Like, we need clean renewable energy. Like, that's a thing. Yeah. But simply put, saying that Donald Trump actually benefited your industry, I think your industry benefited your industry, not Donald Trump. Because if you want to talk about who's did something that actually benefited more, Joe Biden actually passed legislation to actually specifically benefit your industry. Donald Trump didn't do that.
Let me tell you how Biden benefited our industry.
No. I want you to tell me exactly what Donald Trump did to actually to stimulate renewable energy. What did he do?
I'll tell you exactly what he did to stimulate renewable. He cut back on regulations. That's just for the oil.
That's not a good thing, my friend. But he cut back on regulations way more than oil. But that's cutting back on regulations is not a good thing, my friend.
Regulations. I'm talking about, like, I was talking to my family member about this a couple of days ago. So right now we are doing some projects in East New Mexico. So West Texas, East New Mexico is the Permian Basin. It's where 25% of our country's oil comes out of. But we're doing renewable projects right now. And right now they just listed a lizard that is under on the endangered species list. They just listed it, which is not endangered because they're all in West Texas and they're all in East New Mexico. That shuts down not only oil and gas exploration, that also shuts down wind and solar. That also shuts down transmission. It shuts down all of that stuff, because we basically, whenever you have a species like that listed on, basically what they're saying is you got to pay them a premium money in the name of protecting the species to do your project, which is, like, to me, it's corrupt. It's like you pay the government to give you the permission to build on this area where they're trying to protect, when all the while it has the same effect. Now, let me tell you what Trump does. Trump cuts that back to where we don't have to wait and we don't have to pay this membership fee to go kill the endangered species that we were already going to kill. Yeah, I'm sorry. Unalive. Sorry. I'm new at this stuff. But anyway, so what I was trying to say is, during the time when Trump was president, we all thought, man, our industry is going to go down the drain. He's going to boost up oil and gas, and he's going to shut down renewable. Man, we had more business under Trump in our renewable industry than we did previous president, which was Obama. And it was the craziest thing. And we were shocked. Oil and gas did well. Renewable did great. I mean, it almost follows the trend of petroleum. If oil and gas does well, then renewable does well. But here's the reason why I got a little upset. Yes, you did say.
Let me stop.
No, thank you.
Second. So,
yeah.
Just an FYI. I was able to find the article on what you're referring to, the lizard.
Yeah.
And what happened is the specific lizard is the Dunes sagebrush lizard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it is functionally extinct already. And I was able to find this on an AP News article that speaks to this. But FYI, the fun fact, this is actually going back to legislation. I'm sorry, litigation that has been occurring. It's been happening for over a decade. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a decision for over 2 decades. Over 2 decades. And so the actual let's see here. The where is it? Where is it? 1 second. The wildlife and gosh, I'm messing up the name and I wanted to say it specifically. Wait, the NBPA and the NMOGA have been fighting this in court for years to actually protect this in the land. So it was actually done via legislation, which again has nothing, like Congress ruled in on it. They've had multiple back and forths about this, but this wasn't Joe Biden. This was literally people whose job it is to actually protect the environment, fighting to protect the environment. That it wasn't Joe Biden.
No, what I'm saying is they just listed the lizard. They just listed it on the list.
Yeah,
so
that's
now
because they've been fighting over 2 decades to get this done.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you the difference between Trump and Biden.
Yeah, but again,
wait.
You said deregulation was what Trump did to actually improve your industry, which we all know. Like again, I get cutting through certain red tape, like that makes sense. But actually, deregulating things, the fact that Trump went through and deregulated so many things was a bad thing. That's why the housing market is the way it is. That's why people unalive and there was a recall on Boar's Head meat. There's multiple things, but the simple fact of the matter is Joe Biden actually did something to improve it by passing legislation with the infrastructure bill that actually gave an opportunity to increase clean and renewable energy.
Yes, but by the way, deregulation is not a bad thing. Deregulation
it's not when it's done tactfully. It's not when it's done tactfully, but the way that Donald Trump does it is he slashes regulation to the point where it becomes harmful.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of these things are so political that they've added regulations to pad their wallets. I mean, government has always padded their wallets by,
we can absolutely agree on that.
I mean, Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah,
so,
we completely agree on that. But what I'm saying is the simple fact of the matter is Donald Trump didn't do anything that actually helped your industry. I mean, Donald Trump, and even the industry that you said that you are in renewable energies with windmills.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's arch nemesis is windmills.
I know.
Donald Trump, he just had an interview the other day when he was bashing windmills and saying that they last for a short amount of time, they rust, and then they can't be buried in the ground because of the material that they're made out of. He said they're inefficient, that no one wants these windmill farms. They wanted to build one on the coast of New Jersey, and no one wants the windmill farms. And then he also said that they're driving the wells batty. He's hurting your industry.
Well, I know where he stands on wind energy, but he supports solar. He supports hydrogen. He supports all this stuff.
He supports coal and gas.
Yeah, and I do too. I support coal and gas. You know why?
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Have you been up to North Dakota in January?
Not in January. I would never want to go to North. Well, one, I don't want to go to North Dakota. Two, I definitely wouldn't want to go in January. That sounds horrible. I hate the cold.
So I was working in North, and I'm sorry to share this with all these people here. So I just wanted to say I was working in North Dakota, and a lot of these folks were really upset because they were Biden was shutting down the coal plants and stuff. And I was like, well, what's the problem with that? And they were like, you don't understand. I want you to go stand outside for 30 minutes on your fully charged cell phone. And I did. I had to do some work outside. It was 53 below zero. In 30 minutes, my fully charged cell phone completely went dead because the cold completely drained the battery. Now, they were trying to explain the reason why they have coal. A lot of those houses in North Dakota have basements with coal burning furnaces under their under their basement. That's the only way they can keep their house warm. And for us to say, oh, we're going to shut down this coal industry because it's not clean. Well, there's uses for that to keep. If you try to run electric on that stuff cannot handle the sub-zero temperatures. So that's the reason why I was in support of that. But anyway, where I'm trying to go with that is these folks, these conservatives, these Republican landowners were the only people that were very happy to help us with wind farm and solar farms and all that kind of stuff. And they believe the same thing that I assume that you believe, that renewable is just as important as fossil. If we can, like use both of it without, exhausting one industry within the other. I think it good because it diversifies and it softens the use of I'm trying to think of the word, what I'm trying to say. It softens everybody's use not onto just one industry. It allows an option. So
let me hop in 1 second, Russ, because there was a study completed by Yale Climate Connections, which you can find this at YaleClimateConnections.org. There was a study completed in 2023 about electric heat. And they tested it in negative 40 degrees in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And it actually, not only did it perform at a high level in the negative 40 Fahrenheit, but it also at the same time reduced the overall amount of pollution by 20% by using electric to actually warm the area. And so they're talking about how more often than not, it's like negative 35, and they use this electric to actually heat the area. It's the different type of heating pumps that they use. But fun fact, I mean, I hear what you're saying. Like I know you said you were in North Dakota. It was negative 40. Your phone went dead. I get you.
No,
but there was an actual
53.
commission study by Yale to actually study this specifically, and they found that that's not true.
No, so it was not negative 40 that they tested. It was negative 53. So negative 53 can probably result in completely different results from that test.
Well, right. I mean, but like, so this is what I'm saying. The actual study that I have to back it up is close to that actual mark that you indicated. Is it, is there a difference between negative 40 and negative 53? Like, technically, yes. For me,
no. Well, right.
If you get
anything below negative 30,
negative 50,
it's all the same.
like for me, like 50 degrees might as well be negative 50 something degrees. So like that's my point. But last but not least, like I hear what you're saying, but based off of a related study that gets close to what you're saying, it's not true.
I think it's something that a lot of the stuff that you see on the internet is not capturing a lot of the truth that's out there.
So the facts and information that we have access to obtaining is just not true.
Well, not all of it, because I mean, it's somebody from Florida could write the article about the test about climate in North Dakota and not have ever been out there and just totally relying on data.
Santana.
So who are we supposed to rely on? Give me a second, Matt. Who are we supposed to rely on? I mean, if you're saying that actual research and studies that are
let me help Russ out. What Russ is trying to say is basically whatever article, whatever news source, news outlet you're gonna want to look at, they're all being paid. Someone has to fund for the article to be made. Someone has to fund. There's always an agenda. There's always an agenda behind one way or the other.
For this, that was completed by the study at Yale, was to verify if this was a viable source of heat or if they needed to actually move on. So yes, this was done for research purposes and actually test the actual the heating pumps that they were used to see if they're viable in those cold weather conditions. Now, of course, they wanted the actual whoever's funding it would hope that it would actually turn out favorable. But just because it's funded by someone and they're hoping for a specific outcome doesn't mean that the actual outcome isn't valid. This is a complete independent study. It just happened to turn out favorable. It's not necessarily at the same rate. of what Russ was just talking about, but it's close. So yeah, I don't think you just helped, Matt. Anyway,
Yeah,
go ahead, Russ.
I agree. I agree with that. So I feel like I've talked too much. I think Matt needs to be able to talk a little bit too.
Okay.
So
Matt, would you like to demonstrate what you know?
Yeah, I think we should go kind of back on exactly what you guys were just talking about in the lies on lies on lies.
Okay, sure. Let's talk about it. Donald Trump lies more than he breathes, and we all know that he likes to breathe. So Donald Trump lies a lot. Is that why you think that he is an amazing president?
I don't think he's an amazing president. First and foremost. Second,
you voted for him though, right? You support him?
No, I voted for Kamala. Second,
okay,
I think
we're only looking to talk to Trump supporters. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter, guys. We are only talking to Trump supporters. I hear you, Matt. I appreciate you, but listen. We only want Trump supporters. Is it Kara?
Hello.
Kara, are you a Trump supporter?
I voted for him, but I don't think most of the things he did was right.
Oh, okay, cool. But you voted for him.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's what I need to know. And Kara, how old are you?
I'm 18.
You're 18. Perfect. What year were you born?
2006.
Okay. That would actually make you 19 if you were born in 2006. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop.
No, I'm 18.
No. In order to be 18, you would have had to be born in 2007. Maths. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 100,000 likes. Also, can we please knock out the daily gift goal? It's the little perfumes that helps boost the live. We have Russ that was up here, and now he's gone. Matt is requesting back up, but Matt, you voted for Kamala Harris, so I have no interest in talking to you. I am looking to talk to Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone who voted for Donald Jimothy Trump, and you want to come up and tell me why you think that he is one of the greatest presidents ever, get in the box. Get in the box. I would love to actually speak with you. Reggie, are you a Trump supporter? Reggie, are you a Trump supporter? Kiara, July what?
July 11th.
Okay, I apologize. You're right. You would be 19 this year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. I apologize. So, yeah. I apologize. You're right. Kiara, oh, you just teacupped on me. Are you still there? Kiara going once. Kiara going twice. All right, I'm gonna drop you down, Kiara. If you come back from being a teacup, you can request back up. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Let's also get the shares up to 200 shares. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that voted for Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. I realize that Trump supporters are smart, right? Not only are you guys smart, but you are someone that should be educating us, right? You need to educate the libs. We need you to educate the libs. So if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. I need to know why you think that Donald Jimothy Trump is either the best or one of the best presidents ever. And I am counting on you to come up and not only educate me, but educate everyone that's watching. You guys are way smarter than us. And I just simply need to know why Donald Trump is one of the best presidents, if not the best president ever. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're friendly, keep tapping the screen, share the live out. It's super interesting. So I mean, I talked to Russ, and we've gone in circles. I've spoken with multiple Trump supporters, and no one has actually been able to answer my question yet. And I'm hoping that we have someone here that can actually educate me. It doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it. And the thing that I'm learning is that Trump supporters are scared. They're scared to talk to me, and I promise you, I'm not gonna bite. Like I don't know what you guys might have heard. But I'm not a bad guy. Not a bad guy at all. I know that you might see me around here and there bullying people or whatever the case may be, but I promise you I'm a nice guy. So get in the box. I won't hurt your feelings. I'll take care of you. I will make sure that, you know, you have an opportunity to educate me. All you got to do is get in the box. Request up if you're not scared. It seems like you're scared. Somebody said Russ had to go take his meds. Oh man, it's super interesting. I don't know. Like it's interesting. I don't know, guys. Keep tapping the screen. We're almost at 100,000 likes. I don't know. Maybe it's just a good place to end it, right? I mean, we're a couple of minutes away. But I don't know if there's any other Trump supporters that are gonna grow the cojones and come and talk to us. Kind of doubt it. I think, hey, thank you for the glasses. I kind of doubt that Trump supporters are brave enough to actually get in the box. You guys, they have shown me that they're not willing to do so. We got 19 perfumes left in the daily gift goal. Can we knock that out too, please? Is that possible? Can we knock out the 19 perfumes? Oh, you are so amazing. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that.